Hi guys, come with me as I show you how I made this beautiful, lovely peplum blouse. Okay guys, when it comes to peplum, you have to measure the blouse length, okay? From the shoulder, you measure it to where you want the blouse to get to, which is usually the hip, okay? Which is usually the hip. So whatever you got for the blouse length, you are going to deduct your half length from your full length, from the blouse length. So let me assume the blouse length is let me say the blouse length is 24, okay? 24, okay? And the half length is if the half length is 16, so you are going to deduct this 16 from 24. So I will have 8 inches, okay? I will have 8 inches. So this 8 inches is what I'm going to use to cut the flare. It's going to be the flare length, okay? So that means from here, from shoulder to the half length is 16 inches. So I will deduct this from the total blouse length, okay? The total blouse length is 24. So I'm going to keep this aside because by now I want to believe that we all know how to cut the blouse, okay? So I'll keep this aside because the emphasis is on the flare. So now with these 8 inches I have here, this will serve as my flare length, okay? So I'm going to add 1 inch for joining, the joining at the top, and for the hem that will use the lining to turn it, or whatever you want to use to turn the down part, okay? So that's that for the length. So the total length will be 9 inches, okay? So after this 9 inches, next thing is to get the radius. What do I mean by radius? That's the circumference around the waist, circumference around this half length, okay? So to get the um circumference it means that I will get the waist circumference plus zip allowance. So it will be waist plus zip and plus another 2 inches just for extra pleats, okay? This is not necessary if you just want to cut your normal 360-degree, okay? So I'm going to add 2 inches. So waist for this person is 28. So 28 plus 1, it will be 29. 29 plus 2, it will be 30. So it will be 31 inches. So now this 31 inches, you are going to divide it by 6.28, which is the radius. And you know what, this radius is constant, okay? This is general for everyone. Normally you hear people say divided by 4. Divided by 4 is wrong, okay? It is divided by 6.28. This is universal and it is constant, so you can use divided by 6.28 for everyone, okay? So whatever you get, you write it down. So 31 divided by 6.28, I have 4.9. So this 4.9 is what I'm going to use as my flare circumference. So for the flare circumference, which is for the half length, okay, it will be 4.9, while the flare length, you remember what I calculated here? The blouse minus half length, you get 8, you add 1 inch for joining and hemming. So the flare length is 9 inches. So total of this will be 13.9. So the total is 13.9. So all you need to do now is just to get your, I will get my fabric, okay? Now if you want to fold your fabric, make sure you fold into 4, as you can see. You fold first, okay? You fold it first. You can fold like this, anyone you like. So you fold it first, then you fold again, making it four. Now make sure that the folded part is facing you. This part that is folded, okay, is facing you. So what this means is that I'm going to start my measurement from the top here, okay? So just like I said here, that total is 13.5. So I want to know the amount of fabric I will need, so that you don't fold excess, okay? So all you need to watch out for is 13.5. So you take your tape measure and measure this side, from this side down. You measure from this side down and measure from this side down to ensure you have what you are looking for, okay? So I'm just using this pattern paper for illustration, so it may not be the exact. So I'll just place my tape measure here and measure what I need. That's the 13.5. So I'm just going to mark it, okay, this way. Then from here to, I'll measure again. It has to be accurate, the same measurement. Don't forget, I've already calculated everything I need into my 13.5 measurement, okay? So the same, remember I'm taking it from the top here, and that's because I'm cutting the fabric I need first, okay, before I'll start drafting out, start cutting out the waist circumference. So this is how you measure it until you get to the end parts. Okay guys, so this is me trying to measure everything out, okay? So after measuring it out, you try to connect all the points together, okay? So I'm just trying to connect all my points. I'll use my ruler to bring out the curves properly, okay? So just carefully do this, because if you don't do this carefully, it means that your circle will not be accurate, okay? So I'm just trying to connect all the points together. So once I'm done with this, I'll take my marker and try to mark it properly so that you guys can see, okay? So I'm trying to connect everything together. So once I'm done with this, next thing is to cut it out. So I'll get my scissors. I'll take my scissors and I'll cut this out. Don't forget, I've already imputed all the measurements inside. Everything I need is in here, including the allowance, okay? The joining allowance and the hemming allowance. So everything is in here. So this is going to be my workspace, okay? As you can see, this is a full circle flare, okay? So I'm just gonna fold it back into four, because I'm here to cut. Don't forget, this part still remains the folded part, okay? So next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to impute this measurement. From here to here is 13.5. Now this 13.5, I need to measure my flare circumference here. So from here I'll measure 4.9. Remember how we got to 4.9, okay? The waist plus zip plus 2 inches extra for some little pleats, okay? So now this 4.5, I'll start measuring it from here. So just take my tape measure, and start measuring. So from here To cut, don't mind my pen, okay? So I'll just come here and I'll cut it. So this part I'm cutting, you remember the 1 inch I added for hemming and joining allowance? It's already imputed here, okay? So which means that in this measurement I have ½ inch here that we use to join this to the top, okay? I have ½ inch here that will use to attach it to this part. You know, I left ½ inch here from the blouse. Also down here there's another ½ inch I'm going to use lining to turn it, if you wish to use lining or you wish to use the other one, okay? So once I'm done, I'm going to open it up like this. So when you open it up, you have a full circle. You can see this is full circle. So all I need to do is fold it back, because I need to, you remember the zipper allowance, okay? So just fold it back and just open one part, okay? So this part I opened, this is where the zipper is going to be. So when I want to start sewing, I will sew it round on this, okay? And while sewing, you can pleat some aspects of it. So you can decide to add your crinoline and also put your stay to give it a little bit of structure, okay? So I'll just go ahead and cut it out on my fabric and sew it. So I'll show us the final outcome of it. Don't forget, this darts will go, okay? So remove the darts. This other dart too will go, okay? So it will go like this, okay? Then the flare, so I can easily do it this way, and this will be the down part, this will be the flare, okay? So I'm going to transfer to fabric, cut out my fabric, and I will show us the sewing and the final outcome. So let me go do that. So guys, this is the fabric I'm using. I've already cut out my fabric, the upper part of the blouse, and I've given it full lining, okay? So the next thing is I'll sew the flare to it, and this is it. Okay guys, so after joining the flare to the blouse, to the half length region, the next thing to do is to attach my zip. Okay, so I'm going to carefully attach the zip at the back, and once I'm done with the zip at the back, I will show you my final results. So this is my final results. Can you see how beautiful it is on her? And funny enough, this peplum is without crinoline. Okay, you can put crinoline in yours if you want. See you in my next tutorial.